And now, starting a brand new session, I'm going to say hello. Right, we are going to get cracking. We're going to like literally fertilise this field now. Yeah, that felt funny. Obviously, I'm recording straight after that, but it is a weird one. Right, so let's get this done. Yeah, this is for next year now that we're actually fertilising this. It really is. So, yeah, yeah, that's the point. I don't know what. Let's have a quick look. We can do this while I'm travelling on this. How much did we actually get in the grass? Ooh, 200 tonnes. That's not bad at all. Very pleased with that. Yeah, we did buy the third tractor, as obviously you will have seen in the last episode. Yeah, I'm really loving this Let's Play, if I'm honest. Yeah, I am almost contemplating making this into a fully fledged Let's Play. It feels really nice. It's weird. I've always said that. Some Let's Plays just literally, they flow and things feel right and the yards go well and yeah, I don't know. And this feels so much like that. I mean, I don't know, it feels like a good story. It really does. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Apart from those horrible brown patches on the field that I really want to sort out very badly. I hate that on a grass field. Terrible. Right, we need a bit of a top up. Let's zip in for a minute while we cross the road. I've got to check my sound settings. I had problems on my Alien Gyms map, so I'm actually just going to pause this for a second and make sure it's recording the background noise, because yeah, I could not hear any vehicles and I don't want to make that mistake again. I've rectified the settings within my recording software, but I have not tested it as yet. It was still picking up my microphone, so I shall be right back. Yeah, absolutely spot on. Just been out, played it on the VLC player, and there is background noise. We have sound, and also, yeah, it's absolutely weird. Not only did it do no background noise, but it did record my voice, but it sounded like I'd got a lisp all the way through the recording. Yeah, it was like doing really weird things on the recording, so I do apologise. That's on my Alien Gyms, the Western Wilds. Yes, Western Wildlands. Western Wilds, I think it is. I'm terrible for forgetting that one. Absolutely shocking. Right, let's get cracking. I do love this. Now, why am I not showing green? Have we not bought the precision farming for this? Please tell me we have. No, we haven't. I thought we had. Well, now we have, and we still aren't getting any. Why have you stopped? Well, this struggles up the hill, so I'm going to do what I always say is a wise idea, which is to actually go from the top down. Now, why is that? Oh, don't tell me this is. Now, there's been an update. Now that has switched off automatic application, which was on across the road, so I don't get that. I hope this has not broken something else. Truly. Oh, do you know? Right, let's do this again, shall we? At this time, now that worked on the last field. Now, has that switched off again? No. Bizarre. Auto. Right, thank you. I can see it now in brackets. Yeah, right. Now that is bizarre, because we had that on across the road. But perhaps it was... Oh, I don't understand. Why? How can it be on automatic? Me not do anything, and then it goes to terrible. Yes, I'm hoping that whatever the silent update was tonight, that it's fixed more than it's broken. Would be nice for once for things to work properly. Yeah, I do love this game, I truly do. I've never found a game quite like it, but I have got to be honest. It is, yeah, if it would have been any other kind of game, I would have long since left this. I really would, because it is shocking. I was saying also, the in-game help I've always found it absolutely terrible. I know Giants have upped their game a little bit on FS22. I have got to give them their due for that, although I still find it's a very long way short of good. I've got to say, I think the modders and the content creators on YouTube who do all the mod reviews and that type of thing, they are the help system for this game. Without them, we would not know anything. So it's... Why? Hang on a minute, why are you... I wasn't switching on. Sorry if I'm not going on your feed, that was very bad. Stop that, sorry, I was taken away with the understanding why that wasn't working. Yes, I've got to be honest, I was talking about headers. How, in fact, let's show you. I don't mind going on the website and having a look. I'm trying to break myself of this. But if you look at the headers, right, you've got 5 metres, 1.2 tonnes, 10k pitch. Now, it's a Rosselmash header, right? It's 5 metre. Why does that not tell us what model Rosselmash that should fit? The Capello. Now, that... I understand the Helianthus, because that actually... Now, why can that not tell us the horsepower range for the tractors between this and this? The top liner is... Now, that one, to me, is obvious, but if you were starting this game and you were brand new, would you catch on that that was the top liner's header? Now, maybe that one you would. The Terraflex. Some of them, if they have a model... Now, those I understand, they link to a model... They do, but that one, the Superflex 25 foot. What harvester does that go on? Or the 625X? Now that probably is a model, so that makes sense. Why is there no commonality? Why is there not a listing for horsepower or something like that that would help people, especially newcomers, to understand? Now, in real life, if I went to a case dealer, I would buy a harvester, and I'd say, what header do I get? They're not going to turn around and say, I don't know. They're going to say, oh, it's the 9 foot, or it's the 25 foot, or whatever. So in this game, why do we not get that? That's what I want to know. I'm being specific, because obviously, yeah, it's a specific question, and just a specific example on the type of what I'm doing, and especially I think this game, in all of the gaming I've ever done, and I've been a gamer all my life, right from the ZX81 right up to Commodore 64, ZX Spectrums, Atari STs, all the way through to obviously gaming PCs, Xbox 360s, Xbox Ones, yeah. So you could definitely call me an avid gamer without a shadow of a doubt. So I'm no stranger to games. Now, I've got to be honest, this had the most steep learning curve of any game I've ever played. And I can honestly say that the... No, let's not go into a bashing session. No, we won't. Yeah, the very poor help. Let's be generous. The very poor help system that we get in game. Yeah, let's just say I spent a lot of time on YouTube watching Farmer Klein and Mr. Sealy P mainly, and his absolutely amazing help on how to do this and how to do that. If it weren't for those, this game would be so much worse, because they have done the job that Giants should have done. Oh, yes, I keep forgetting about that. I do find that hilarious, I truly do. I don't somehow think that in real life it would actually be quite like that, but yeah, I do understand, I truly do. It's, yeah, almost... Yeah, I suppose that's what I don't get. It's almost half my... I suppose if you look at the weight ratio that most... Oh, I don't know, actually. No, the Zeta, the engine, would be well over half of the weight, and although there's big tyres at the back and a bit of metalwork, the framework and the glass are nowhere near going to be as heavy as that. So yeah, again, I know it's hard. I will say that is one thing I have commended Giants for, is the physics on this is very difficult, and I have got to take my hat off to them. It's a very complex game. I do realise that as well, and I know it's not easy, and it's obviously an artificial world with artificial rules. I do realise that, and they have done an absolutely amazing job of improving some things, whilst leaving some of the more simple things absolutely abysmal. And the content creators have actually picked up the gauntlet thrown down by yeah, Giants' lack of help, yeah, let's just say that, and done a cracking job of making this game the fantastic game that it is. And I truly do believe that. I always find the base game never meets my expectations, ever. Don't get me wrong, this is not gonna go into a Giants bashing per se. Yeah, because they give you the base, but it's the modders that make the game. It truly is. That absolutely. I mean, don't get me wrong, productions again, but again, there's not a single Giants production that I find. They're either too expensive. I mean, they've made it harder to make money on this than any other farming simulator ever. I knew ways to make money on FS19, where I could have turned things around after 2 or 3 sessions. Now I'm beginning to get there a little bit by using productions and how to get from this to that to the other to make quite a bit of money. I have, but it is much more difficult. So tell me why that now we're paying $750,000 for a cow thing that holds 80, and the old one wasn't it 250? But it's harder to earn money. I don't get it. I don't get why everything's 3 times dearer, and the way to earn money is less. Now, I use this, and I'll be specific. I'm not going to just sort of be one of those people that say, people say, or, oh, we got that flickering. Last session was okay. Right. Yeah, I'll give you a specific example, truthfully. Hang on 1 second. Let's gather our thoughts first and see what needs doing on a farming thing, and I will gather my thoughts, and which is my way of saying I've completely forgotten my drift of thoughts. It'll come back to me in a few minutes. Yeah, I'm ranting, so yeah, I'm not trying to bash Giants, and that will come back to me, because it actually was. I was going to be very precise, and now I've forgotten exactly where I was going to be very precise. Right, let's just check our precision farming and escape from. Oh, it didn't do it. No, it didn't actually. It's not perfect, is it? That's. I don't know. 200 kilograms. No, it's not bad. And pH is, pretty darn good as well. Smashing. So we've done both of our fields. 39,129. We have. Let's have a look. How much did I say? I did look, but 197 tons. Right. There's nothing more we can do. We aren't going to do any. No, there's very little actually we can do. Now what was? And I know I will have looked. What is in the? Oh, that's right. I remember saying it was quite a poor. Yeah, it is. It's at 37%. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's very good. But I say we've gone baling anyway. We've bought this particular mod to cope with bales. So yeah, I'm definitely not switching now. Right, let's rest and give my tired brain chance to think of what I was going to waffle on that actually was quite important. Income, property maintenance. That's interesting, it really is, because this is almost the same. Yeah, it's alright. On my Greenlands, we're getting hit for an additional 2,700, which is we've had ever since we sold the biogas plant, the original in-game biogas plant. So I'm just trying to compare notes with having such a similar setup to see how much of that is. It looks like we're being charged at least. Oh no, actually it's more than that. Yeah, the 2,700 is obviously an overcharge. It's for some reason. Wow, amazing. I've got that in not the. What is it? The Chrome version? No, it's. Ooh, which one is it? How is the point on my Greenlands? Do you know? I've used that. I'm sure it's the class one. I'm sure it's the class colours. Isn't that amazing? My memory is absolutely shocking. It truly is. Right. Yeah. There's nothing that we can afford. Right. Let's have a look what we've got in. 115 tons. So yeah, that is something we do need to do definitely. Now that is a point. Trailer. Right. We need the bigger tractor anyway. Yes, trailer. Oh yeah, of course. Actually, we've got 2 trailers. I'd forgotten. That's the one thing we did do that was quite well at the beginning. We bought 2, didn't we? Because one cropped up, and then the month later, now we want the one that's not a swivel axle at the front. We need to repair both of these, I think, as well. I will think of it honestly. Yeah, and I always find the more you chase in situations like this, the more that the thoughts go away. So. Just drop, or I'll see an editing and I'll realise where I was going, and I will answer that question because it was important. Yeah, I don't like to go, oh, has this actually got a rear hitch? That is the point. I could explain why it's not. Oh, no, it has. I thought it did have, but I'm sure I'd looked, but now this doesn't need an extension, but I don't think really with having the 2 that we really need to worry unduly about that. Although, do we? No, that's a point. Let's have a look first. Repair, customise, cover, yes. So that is literally as is. It is. So this one is definitely customisable though. 5,500. Oh, that is quite big actually. Indeed. Smash in, so that should sit. Oh, let's get the back ones cover off. And we should pick our silage. We should almost do this in, just 1.5 goes, I think. Yeah, I don't enjoy doing the giant smashing thing. It is just that, I've got to be honest, as a company I find them very lapsadaisical, and I suppose when you consider how good the modding community is, they have in some ways had it easy in some ways. That's right, I was actually on about the base game, and I was going to get specific with an example on the base game versus modding. I'm just trying to think what I was on about. That hasn't helped me to find out what I was actually talking about though. Let's see what the total of 2. We got oh no, we switched trailer field limits off last time, didn't we? Because of the nursing tank. 52. Yeah. So we actually only need to fill the front one up for the second go. We need to be changing to the first one, and it is back. And then actually that is the point. That. Yeah, like it will. You got one hitch, haven't you? No, okay. No, that could actually work. It really would. When it just graze the behind. Let's be a little bit realistic. Let's give it a bit of clearance. I know it would. Yeah, probably be all right. Would you really do that? Probably. Oh, it still raised it. Right, now then, what is this? Back again. Can we change? Let's get these one wrong. Left, right, smashing. And that one we can leave connected. So we're going to need one more set in here. Now, what was I going to be specific about with the Giants, the base game? Well, there is a lot I could be specific with, really. I mean, obviously we've been very specific with the header things. Very specific, but... Oh yeah, no, I was getting there. Yeah, prices of things, 3/4 of it. Ah, that was right. No, I know where I was going now. I have finally come to my senses and my brain is working again. Yes, on my previous, I had a little tiny field 5 on Lone Oak, and it was one of the smallest fields on the map, and I put sugar beet in that field. And I got 500 tons of sugar beet from that field. On Elm Creek, I had a field that was actually bigger than that, and I got 50 tons. 50. Oh, no, actually, I think it was more than that. It was more like 80 odd for the same size field. Now, I'm not being nasty, but my maths is not terribly amazing, but by my reckoning, that is a considerable drop in things. I was heavily shocked. I've got my indicator on, I have. And it's my right hand indicator. Right, okay, so yeah, talk about, that's what I'm trying to say. It's mods and modders who like Missy B with these slurry yards that make things not easy. It's still not easy to make money. You can, of course, I mean, there are ways to cheat the systems and all the rest of it, and I'm not a big fan of that. I'm not, but you can do legitimately, and some mods are a little tongue-in-cheek. They are. I mean, but hey-ho. You have it, as Mr. CDP often says, with some of the insane mods. You have a choice as to whether you want to use that. I don't try to use anything like the one where you can zippity-doo-dah full speed across the thing, because it's... Oh, right, we've reached our limit. Right. Smash it. Now then, digestate. How much have we got in... Yeah, hardly anything. So we're going to speed through till the morning. Now, have we got much left in... 84 tons. That'll all be done by the morning then. So smash it. We are going to sleep through till the morning then, and we shall see what energy we get from our full hopper. Yes, all I'm trying to say is between each iteration. Now, I've watched Mr. Sealy P. I went through some of his FS15 during lockdown when I had a lot of time on my hands. I went through his FS17 things, and it was fairly obvious to me that in each iteration of farming... Ooh, was that snow? It was. Wow. Yeah, that obviously Giants have ramped down on the way that you make money, and in fact made it more and more difficult. Now that has continued in FS22. I don't understand a company's mentality with that kind of thing. I really don't. And why... Surely there's got to be a balance. I understand you've got to keep your players on their toes in a way, but this is a farming game where obviously we're trying to simulate farming, and don't we just really want realistic rules? And I know prices have also gone up as well. Of course they have. That is obviously true. So a tractor that used to cost this, and also there's been quite a few very good mods. Yeah, in even FS19, I love the second-hand equipment mod. That was amazing, and to a degree that's been brought in with the sales, and that is another feature that I do think Giants has got right. But they got that right many years ago. Now, I watched Mr. CDP, I can't remember if it was FS15 or FS17 where the sales were a massive hit. Not quite as they are now, but nevertheless, surely Giants had feedback and heard players and maybe even content creators saying how good the feature was. Why was it removed? I don't get it, why you get success. Now then, let's have a look. Yeah, 96 tons, right, so we're not going to be able to put all of this product, though I don't think, into the Gordon Bennett. I've left that here in a right awkward place. Wow, yeah, we're going to need the nursing tank in a minute as well. Yeah, well, we've got all winter to do this. It's literally, this is my catching up to see how well we do, because I think we're going to do quite well, if I'm honest. I am hoping that we can buy the field next door, even if we have to sell 37 across the road. Obviously, we're not selling this one, because this is home base, and we are not selling all our productions, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I just don't get sometimes what makes Giants tick. How they've got such a massive success on their hands, and yet sometimes don't seem to appreciate that. I mean, I know they know how to cash in on it, because there was a lot of boasting over how well they'd done on this one, and yet, as a buyer of the game, I am very disappointed in the game. Even more still, many months down the line, that we seem to have more and more silent updates that seem to try to address issues, but actually seem to break more than they fix. And I'm not being nasty at that. They do. Again, I'm going to be specific. Very specific. Manual gear change. On a tractor with manual gear change, I use the Traction King quite a lot. The case, a modded tractor. It's got, obviously, it was designed with a manual gearbox, and it has manual gear changes. Now, an update that was at least, probably 8 weeks, maybe between 2 months and 3 months ago, broke that. It was not a problem one session, and then on the old string farm, I came on the next session, and it was broken. You had to, in fact, it was so bad. I remember that I can remember whinging about it, not understanding what had actually happened. And then obviously there was talk about the silent update that had done this, that, and the other, and I thought, silent updates. That was what did it. It broke it a long time ago. Has it been addressed? No, it hasn't. Still broken to this day. I had to set up my key bindings early on my Wild Western Wilds. I'm getting right with these times. On the Western Wilds, where I'd got to set up the key bindings again for manual gear change because it had gone wrong. There's random things like slowdowns for no reason whatsoever that affect the game. The list goes on. I just can't wait to see what this latest update has addressed, and just hope that it's fixed some of the long time things that have been broken. Yeah, I know I'm going around in circles in a way, but what I'm trying to say is I know what to expect. I also know, having looked through lots of content creators' videos, that obviously this is nothing new in some ways. Although I just don't understand the reasoning behind a company with a huge success and why you would keep sabotaging your product. And in my opinion, it is only the modders that actually pull Equilibrium. Yes, okay, there are some mods that go a little too far, but as Mr. CDP says, and as we all know, you don't have to use mods that you find annoying if you think belting across the field at a harvester's full speed is a little bit too unrealistic. And if you're trying to play precisely, I'm trying to work towards, surely that's going to be a tad. It is. Yeah, right, let's switch the engine off. In fact, yeah, we will. Oh, actually, no, let's have a look. I'm sure Digestate is worth more in one of these months. I'm sure it's January. In the slurry yard. Oh, it's February, actually. Right, okay, in that. We are going to. Yes, we are. I think that is definitely. Oh, did we look at the Little Andini? I do love that. Do we need another small tractor? We've got 3 tractors now. Bergman. Oh, it's a 24 metre spread. What do we need? 220 horses. We haven't got anything in that range. No, we haven't. That is true. So no, it's pointless doing that. Right, let us sleep till morning. And we do need to do the Digestate this month at the slurry yard because it is the best possible price. Yeah, that's another thing. Obviously, the precision of selling things in a certain time. Now, I would imagine that's actually quite realistic. I would imagine that markets are very much like that. And this is going to come through with a massive wave into in a minute. Anyway, this is the last that we've got of last year's product, so this is the last bit of energy we are going to get from our product. Now then, that is a point. We're going to try and speed this up. We're also going to look at the price once we put this in of Digestate and see what it is now. Ooh, it is actually at its zenith, so yeah, that means that we are going to miss out on a little bit of Digestate because the price is dropping, unfortunately. But whatever we've got in there now, we are going to get the best possible price right now. So that is good to know. And at least we waited for the best possible month. Yeah, I did this, I'm sure, on my Western Wilds because I had 70 odd grand more. The second time I went through, I had a game crash, and I decided I was going to literally do it a second time, the entire lot. And I actually ended up earning 70 grand more, and I couldn't understand why until I sort of thought, hang on a minute, didn't I do that And I'm right, I did it later in the year. I did saved all of the digestate, whereas the time before I did it in dribs and drabs. So yes, that earned me 70 grand more. Now obviously, the scale on that, if you've seen that, is a massive scale. This is tiny. So now let's get this sorted. Let's jump in and start filling. Yes, this is a catching up sort of thing. We shall see. Well, we might not even need to sell our other field actually, but yes, we shall see. I would love to buy that field. I'd like to, get the harvester going. I really want to. Right, so we need to get out and at some point I'm seeing how much we've actually got. I'll have a quick look in a minute. Yeah, I know. So it is, although it is a giant smashing session, it is. I just don't understand what makes them tick, I suppose, is what I'm really saying. Now, how much digestate have we got? 34 tons left, so 2 and a bit, almost 3 more loads. That's quite amazing. I can't remember how much that field is. Now this we're on lease. I'm going to keep this on lease because it's just putting it on the thing. We'll just keep that on a permanent lease. But this lets me. We got reward as well. Absolutely amazing. Well, that's the point. Let's look at our fields on the precision farming. I want to see what that's gone up to. Oh wow! Where's the bar gone? You usually get a bar, don't you? Where is it? Where's the... Yeah, I don't get it. You normally get the bar appear over your fields. I can't see the bars that you normally get. Clear yield map. Environmental score details, and it's absolutely doing nothing. Bizarre is all I'm going to say. Yes, let's concentrate on the task at hand. Does it really surprise me that something's gone wrong? Could it be precision farming has been broken by the latest update? Is this what we are seeing? It could be. Does that surprise me? Not particularly. Now I'm sure that one will be addressed quite quickly. Yes, because that will be egg on face time, wouldn't it really, if you broke one of your latest things. I'm quite sure. Some of the other things, what was it Frithgar went on about on one of his sessions? Oh, that was right. Dropping... It was a mower, a back mower. And it was a known issue that Giants have known about since the year dot, that it gracelessly drops from the back of the tractor and collapses on the floor, which was a known issue. And obviously people had logged things, and it was one of those issues that just forever sat on Giants forum that was never addressed, nor never really answered in a proper way. So, yes, it depends on whether they wish to address an issue. Certain ones where egg is going to be on face, then I'm quite sure. Now obviously we must be positive or we wouldn't be getting an environmental score reward. I do know a little bit, I have done a little bit of, I looked on clutch simulations and it did give me a bit of more of a grasp on the environmental thing. The whole point is, if you could see your graph, is to work on the area that needs working on. Yes, now we can't see a graph to know what we need to do, whether it's weeding or... Yes, so we can't see any graph. It seems to have disappeared. Yes. Got the latest version of Courseplay, 7.01.15. The last one was 13, which is about 4 weeks old now. So, yes, I'm hoping that... I think actually the major changes to Courseplay getting SMS, which means it's getting more and more stable. So, I'm quite looking forward to using it. But the only thing that is a bit weird is I'm not sure if it's the Courseplay that is mucking up the messaging system. I suspect not, if I'm honest. Yeah, the messaging system is quite badly. Another thing that's not working quite as you would I think actually it's best if I shut up about this, because we could take the entire session on moaning, and I could get very specific. You know, that's just not. Nah, is there any left? There's surely getting a little bit low now. I think this is a part load. I'm sure it is. It says yes. I thought it was. Yes, I've been moaning too much. Let's stop moaning. Because I always find moaning, it doesn't cheer people up really terribly. We all know what's going on, and we know it's not right, but then, c'est la vie. Truthfully. Giants are very fortunate that the community is as understanding as they are, and that they live where they live. Oh dear. Yes, I still love the game, I do, truly do, but it does at times exasperate me. And some things I understand, I do the physics side of things, I truly do. I wouldn't harp on about that. I know I would be the first to stick up for Giants with difficult things like physics and things like that to get it right, because yeah, the rule book is massive for something like physics, it truly is. So yes, you'll not hear me moaning unduly about that, unless of course I've gone proper very badly over something. We need to switch that engine off, it's going to drive me crazy. Right, so wow, 190,000. Right, we're going to speak, because I hate this white flashing. Right, we've got nothing to do. Let's hopefully next month will be, yeah, without the flickering, but I'm not holding my breath. Sometimes it can be, yeah. No, but this should be March, so it should really be turning around, hopefully. Unless, no, this is March, because that was February with the best prices. Way smashing. Yeah, I am seriously contemplating in the autumn months on sticking that feature on where you keep the... Actually, this isn't a bad month. The autumnal colours start about August, September. It wouldn't be a bad thing to stick it on late, yeah, like spring, early spring, where there's still a few leaves on. It just means that horrible orange flickering goes, which is a good place to be. I think 3 tractors is enough for us. 218,000. Oh, of course, the energy. Oh, wow. A proper telehandler. Proper telehandler. Shall we treat ourselves to one little bit of madness? Shall we? Because that, I think we deserve it. But let's have a look at fields first. Yeah, let's be sensible. If it means the difference between us not buying 72 and buying 72, then yeah, 72 is what we really want. 187,000 we will indeed buy, which leaves us with a grand total of 31,000, and we need 52,000. But I don't mind sacrificing field 37. How much do we get though? We get enough. That is brilliant. Win-win, and we still have got a bit in money for 96. Excellent. Let's buy that. Come on. Now what do we... Yeah, let's change the license plate to a type. Yeah. Oh, it's nice to have a tele. Let's go and repair it. Oh, now did we send? That's a point. Leasing. Did I send the bale spike back? No, I don't mind keeping that on a permanent lease because it just saves us mucking around. Now then, I think we can convert the Roberts. We do need to grab the. Yeah. That was me dancing with my indecision of like, which do I get first? Do I do the telehandler? Do I do the front loader? Because I need to grab the Roberts with that. Also, we're going to need the weight. Why do you know? Actually, the weight we've got. I did say that a long time ago. The weight we have got. What is there to do? Nothing. JCB. Fantastic. Right, let's grab the front loader and we'll grab the... Yeah, we'll grab this because this is now obviously going to be the main... You can retire from your duties as front loader person from this point onwards. You can stick to your traditional load duties and the general duties. Did a very good job. I think that's the wrong way round. This is going to be the one that does... Yeah, I've got that in a bit of an awkward place. Now the good news is this has got the... Yeah, this is the side we will need for the telehandler. It's got the 3-point link on one side and the normal one, the telehandlers on the other, so we will need it this way round. Right, 43,000. That's certainly enough for... That's the point. What? There will be some digestate left, won't there? Thinking about it, because obviously we put that money in the hopper. Yeah, another 14 tons. Excellent. We will sell that now. This is the closest to the top price that we are going to get. Right, we need to convert this to telehandler connection. And yes, the front loader can be left unleashed. No, we won't leave it in the shop for this, so that's not nice. Let's try that. There. And drop that. Take this across the road and we will put our in this corner over here. Maybe, well, you never know, you never say never. There are situations where these can be invaluable, like if the telehandler... What am I crashing into? Is that a tree, a little tree? It might be. Maybe actually a bit of a tree. Yeah, that's the 3-point link is on the other side, so this should be the correct side for telehandlers. Yes, it is. It's got the pin hitch, I can see it. Smash in. I need to adjust it first, otherwise we won't grab it. Huh? Now, the Roberts is right on it. Now that is bizarre. What is wrong with the Roberts? Why can it not see that? Ugh. Oh, come on. Oh, no, that's... I suppose that's the one thing why I love seeing the box, and that is the fact that the box means you can actually see where it might be outside the box, mightn't it? I need to, yeah, drag it backwards a little. Let's try that. There we go. That was it, all along. Ooh. Now let's see if that actually does do that. Trying to... Right, no, it's not liking that. Let's do it the other way. Let's go from behind. Let's see if this accepts the JCB connection or whether it needs telehandler. It's trying to be... Oh no! Smash it. There we go, we have a nice weight on the back, almost equivalent to the one that normally the telehandlers have, the 2 point... Is it 1.9 or 2.1? This one is about that. Smash it. So that is our acquisition and our growth for the winter. Well, no, I think actually I would say the field was probably really... Now the other good thing is, why I always wanted this field was because I did like these beehives. Yes, I always thought these were fantastic. Now, is there an actual... Where's the honey point? Ooh. Ooh. No, I didn't expect to see that. Now, you know I've resisted the urge, and I am sorry, because... yes, in my last session I showed some on the Alien Gym Western Wilds. And I did realise I should have done a spoiler alert, but in my defence for that one, I literally did bump into that one. I was not trying to find or draw your attention to it, because I really didn't know it was there. Yeah, well, I'm trying to find the point, because surely if these... Oh, please don't tell me these are just for show. Please tell me we do actually get a point where the honey can... Oh, look at those toadstools. Amazing. Oh, please tell me this isn't for show. Hang on a minute. No, it really is not for show. That looks real to me. Oh, actually, there was a sell point. Oh, well, that's disappointing. I thought, because this is part of our... Sure it is. It's on our land. It is. Oh. So what is this then? Perhaps it's a sale point that's on our land with lots of beehives. Yeah, I won't lose any sleep, but I did get quite excited early on, and this was one of the reasons why I wanted to buy this field, because I thought we might get some honey, but now that I can't see the chevrons, I'm a little bit... But never say never, we shall see. We shall. Anyway, it is March, and we need to decide what we are doing with our newly acquired very large fields. We truly do. Yes. We have got weeds growing, but nothing else. Right, let's see. We have... No, did we buy a header in the end? I can't remember. Yes, we did. Traditional header, so we want traditional... Now then, remind myself, on this Let's Play, have we got any kind of seeder other than the weeder? We don't want to be planting canola this time. I don't mind... Did I check? I did, because I've just bought the... I think we're going to have to lease though, aren't we? And this is our... Unless we make this into a fully fledged Let's Play, this is our last year. Excuse me, I had the sneezes. Oh, I had to take the headset off or I would have deafened you. And I hope it comes in one, which is very rare. I'm trying my best to, yeah, not sneeze again. Right, so, all the stones on this. We're going to worry. I would if it would normally, but yeah, we are getting low on funds. With me being so extravagant and buying that telehandler. Yeah, this has been a bit of a... Yeah, I was quite disappointed in that. I was hoping that it would really be... But the normal fertiliser does a much better job, and I just don't understand why I would want this when I can do it all to perfect with the solid fertiliser. I just don't get what... Yeah, I mean, I understand in real life why I would do it. Not... Yeah, it doesn't actually do anything for me apart from cost an absolute arm and a leg. It eats digestate or slurry. I mean, obviously, if you've got cows on hand, it's free fertiliser. Now, that I can understand. Yes, I can, but apart from that, we're buying it, then yeah, it's slow, it gets through it quickly, it costs quite a bit as well, but anyway, enough whinging. Yes, let's be positive. Yeah. Right, so then, what are we going to lease and what are we going to plant? Let's decide. Let's go out with a nice crop as well. I'm trying to think about this. Shall we... I'm just thinking of... actually, that is a point. Let's take a little quick look at our productions and see... Grass hay... chaff silage. Yes, why not? Why not go out with a forage? Why not plant... Oh, because we've not got a corn header. We've got traditional... No. We're going to at least get one proper harvest out of this. So it's got to be traditional. It has. Yeah. I do like my thinking, but right. So, wow. We could do oats, though, because they produce straw, and it would mean we could finish in July, August. So we get straw to put in the our BGA, and we also get oats to sell. So, yeah, I think that's the way we'll go. Now then, we have 180 horses under the bonnet, so we cannot... Oh, yeah, we can't get a massive cedar planter. Cedar. No, let's have a look. Yeah. I'm sure if the... another Lemkin. How much would you be to lease? Ooh, a little bit pricey, but how much would my favourite, the Cockling Jockey, cost to lease? And now a modest quarter, and it is only 6 metres. I think we're going to lease that. Indeed, I do think, yes, we will. Smashing. So, I could have done that other one, the new one that I've just had on the Bromback Let's Play, the nuclear, like this. But I started on the day of release on Friday. Yes, I've done Rules of Engagement and Episode 1. I thoroughly enjoyed that map. Absolutely amazing. Small, well laid out. I would say a relaxing map. One of those maps that's nice. Yeah, the BGA is very reasonable and absolutely humongous. Definitely a map for when you want to have a chill. Definitely. Anyway, right. Are we gonna? Do you know? I think this is going to be a short recording. I think we will do that next session. I think when I play this back, this is going to be at least an hour long. Yeah, there's been no. So I think that's where we're going to leave it. I do. Unless this is a very short recording and then I shall tack something on. But yeah, next time we shall get on with our seeding. We shall seed oats and we shall fertilise and we shall lime and do all of those things. Obviously the grass has got to grow because we did do the last cut. So this isn't going to be ready till April, May, June. It was at full growth stage. So yeah, we'll be cutting that in June. And we will be harvesting our oats in July if we get it planted in March, which that's the plan. So yes, that's what we're going to do. And we will decide at a later date if we are making this into a fully fledged Let's Play or whether we're going to stay nuclear. But I'm definitely going to take this to the harvest and to sell our product to see how well we did. I am. That's the very least I'm going to do. We have seen growth again. We have a telehandler as well as an enormous field. Yes, we have sold. We did sell field 37, so we could do. But 72 is a lot bigger. Yes, really is. Right, and that's where I'm going to leave it. I hope you're going to continue with me on this Let's Play. It has at least got till the end of the year. We shall see how we do it, or we will convert it to a fully fledged Let's Play, depending on the amount of people that are watching. Yes, if there is interest in turning into a fully fledged Let's Play, please leave a comment or just continue to watch, and I shall keep watching the numbers. I truly shall. So, with no further ado, I'm going to say goodbye for now.